Hello, everyone. Dr. Evans here. In my years as a physician, I've told thousands of patients the same thing. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for your health. It's the closest thing we have to a miracle drug. It strengthens your heart, manages your weight, lifts your mood, and sharpens your mind. It is, without a doubt, your single greatest tool for a long and vibrant life. But what if I told you that the very thing you're doing to protect your health could, if done incorrectly, be putting you at risk? What if I told you that some small, seemingly harmless mistakes during your daily walk or workout could actually be increasing your chances of having a stroke? It's a shocking thought, I know. It sounds completely backward. But in my practice, I've seen the consequences of good intentions gone wrong. This isn't about scaring you away from exercise. Absolutely not. This is about empowering you with the knowledge to exercise safely and effectively, so that every step you take, every stretch you make, is truly building a stronger, more resilient you. So, let me ask you, are you unknowingly making exercise mistakes that could be harming your heart and increasing your risk of a stroke? Don't assume you're in the clear. Many of these errors are incredibly common, and most people have no idea they're even making them. In this article, we're going to have an honest, straightforward conversation. We'll talk about the most dangerous exercise mistakes I see, why they pose a threat to your cardiovascular health, and, most importantly, the simple, easy fixes you can make starting today. Think of this as your personal consultation to ensure your fitness routine is your greatest ally, not a hidden danger. Let's begin. Part 1. The Hidden Dangers, 6 Common Exercise Mistakes That Can Lead to Trouble. A stroke occurs when the blood supply to part of your brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrients. This can be caused by a blocked artery, ischemic stroke, or the leaking or bursting of a blood vessel, hemorrhagic stroke. High blood pressure is the single biggest risk factor for stroke because it weakens and damages the walls of your blood vessels over time. The mistakes we're about to discuss can cause sudden, sharp spikes in blood pressure or put an immense, unexpected strain on your heart and blood vessels, creating a dangerous situation, especially if you have underlying risk factors. Mistake number 1. The jump right in approach, skipping the warm-up. I see this all the time. Someone has a busy schedule, they've carved out 30 minutes for a walk, and they want to make every second count. So, they step out their front door and immediately start power walking at their top speed. Or they get to the gym, hop on the treadmill, and crank it up to a brisk pace from the very first step. Why this is so dangerous? Think of your body like a car on a cold winter morning. If you start the engine and immediately floor the gas pedal, you're going to hear some terrible grinding noises. You're putting extreme stress on an engine that isn't ready for it. Your muscles, heart, and blood vessels are the same way. When they're cold, they are less flexible and less efficient. A warm-up does 2 crucial things. It gradually increases your heart rate, telling your cardiovascular system, okay, we're about to get to work. Let's get ready. It increases blood flow to your muscles, delivering the oxygen they need and literally warming them up, making them more pliable and less prone to injury. When you skip this gentle awakening, you're shocking your system. Your heart has to suddenly start pumping like crazy to meet the demand. This causes a rapid, jarring spike in your blood pressure. For someone whose blood vessels might already be a bit stiff from age or have some plaque buildup, atherosclerosis, this sudden pressure wave can be like a tidal wave hitting a weakened dam. It dramatically increases the risk of damaging a blood vessel wall, potentially leading to a clot or, in the worst-case scenario, a rupture. The doctor's prescription? How to fix it? This is the easiest and most important fix on the entire list. Never skip your warm-up. It's not optional, it's an essential part of the workout itself. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes. Before every single workout, dedicate at least 5, and preferably 10, minutes to warming up. Think gentle movement. The goal is not to get tired, but to get warm. Start with activities that mimic your main workout but at a much lower intensity. If you're going to walk, start with 3 to 5 minutes of slow, leisurely strolling. If you're going to use an elliptical or bike, set the resistance to its lowest level and go at a very easy pace. Add dynamic stretches. After a few minutes of light cardio, incorporate dynamic stretches that involve movement. This is far better than static stretching, holding a position, before a workout. Try these. Arm circles, 10 slow circles forward, 10 slow circles backward. Torso twists, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and gently twist your upper body from side to side. Leg swings, hold onto a wall or chair for balance and gently swing one leg forward and backward 10 times, then side to side 10 times. Repeat with the other leg. Marching in place with high knees. Slowly march in place, bringing your knees up toward your chest. Your warm-up is complete when you feel a little warmer. Maybe you've broken a very light sweat and your breathing has picked up slightly, but you can still easily hold a full conversation. Mistake number 2, the weekend warrior mentality, exercising too hard or without enough rest. Let me paint a picture. Let's call my patient Bill. Bill is 65, recently retired, and motivated to get in shape. He was sedentary for years, but now he's decided to go to the gym every single day. He pushes himself hard, running on the treadmill until he's gasping for air, lifting weights until his muscles burn. He ignores his body's signals of fatigue because he believes, no pain, no gain. While Bill's motivation is admirable, his approach is dangerous. Why this is so dangerous? Your body adapts and gets stronger during periods of rest, not during the workout itself. The exercise creates microscopic tears in your muscles and stresses your system. The rest period is when your body rebuilds everything to be stronger than before. When you exercise too intensely, too often, or without adequate rest days, you're not giving your body a chance to recover and repair. This leads to a state of chronic stress and inflammation. Here's the direct link to stroke risk. Sustained high blood pressure. Overtraining keeps your body in a constant fight or flight mode. This means stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline remain elevated, which keeps your blood pressure higher than normal, even when you're not exercising. This constant pressure wears down your arteries day and night. Increased inflammation. Chronic overexertion creates systemic inflammation, which is a major contributor to the plaque buildup in arteries, atherosclerosis, that can lead to clots and strokes. Heart strain. Pushing your heart to its absolute maximum day after day, especially when you're not conditioned for it, can lead to dangerous heart rhythms, arrhythmias, or even structural damage over time. Some arrhythmias, like atrial fibrillation, AFib, are a major cause of stroke. The doctor's prescription, how to fix it. It's about being consistent, not heroic. Slow and steady truly wins this race. Schedule rest days. You are not lazy for taking a day off. You are smart. Plan for at least 1 to 2 rest days per week. For older adults or those new to exercise, you might even start with an every other day schedule. Listen to your body's whispers. Your body will tell you when it needs a break. It starts with whispers: unusual fatigue, lingering muscle soreness, poor sleep, a bad mood. If you ignore the whispers, they become shouts: injury, illness, or a serious cardiovascular event. If you feel exceptionally tired, take an extra rest day or opt for a very light activity like a gentle walk or some stretching. Use the talk test for most of your workouts. Unless you're specifically doing a high-intensity interval under a doctor's guidance, you should be able to talk. You might be breathing heavily, but you should still be able to string together a sentence. If you are so out of breath that you can only gasp 1 or 2 words, you are pushing too hard. Slow down. Mistake number 3, flying blind, not monitoring your blood pressure. You check the weather before you leave the house. You check the price of something before you buy it. If you have been diagnosed with high blood pressure, hypertension, you need to check your numbers before and sometimes after you exercise. Why this is so dangerous? Exercise will naturally and temporarily raise your blood pressure. This is a normal response. Your muscles need more oxygen-rich blood, so your heart pumps harder and your blood pressure goes up to deliver it. However, if your blood pressure is already high before you even start, the exercise-induced spike can push it into a very dangerous zone. We're talking about numbers that put extreme, acute pressure on the blood vessels in your brain. For someone with pre-existing hypertension, exercising with a dangerously high starting blood pressure is like adding fuel to a fire. It's one of the riskiest things you can do and a direct path to a potential hemorrhagic, bleeding, stroke. The doctor's prescription, how to fix it. Knowledge is power. This is about being informed, not afraid. Invest in a home monitor. Get a reliable, automatic upper arm blood pressure cuff. They are affordable, easy to use, and one of the most important health tools you can own. Know your numbers. Work with your doctor to understand your specific numbers. What is a safe blood pressure for you to start exercising? For many, if your systolic pressure, the top number, is over 180 or your diastolic pressure, the bottom number, is over 110, it's considered a hypertensive crisis, and you should not exercise. You must speak with your doctor to establish your personal safe zones. Create a routine. If you have hypertension, make it a habit. Before you put on your walking shoes, sit down, relax for 5 minutes, and take your blood pressure. If it's in the safe zone your doctor set for you, great. Go enjoy your workout. If it's too high, it's not a safe day for strenuous exercise. Maybe opt for some gentle stretching or deep breathing exercises instead, and follow your doctor's advice on what to do when your readings are high, which may include taking your medication or calling their office. Talk to your doctor about medication timing. Some blood pressure medications can affect your heart rate and exercise response. Have a conversation with your doctor or pharmacist about the best time of day to take your medication in relation to your workout schedule. Mistake number 4. The too fast, too soon trap, uncontrolled speed and intensity. This is a cousin of the overexertion mistake but focuses more on the pacing of a single workout. This happens when someone tries to sprint before they can walk. A classic example is someone who hasn't lifted weights in 20 years trying to lift the same heavy amount they did in their youth, or someone deciding to try a high-intensity interval training HIIT class without building a solid fitness base first. Why this is so dangerous? Your body is an amazing machine, but it needs time to adapt. When you suddenly demand a massive burst of power, like lifting a very heavy weight with improper breathing or sprinting all out, you can trigger something called the Valsalva maneuver. This is when you hold your breath and bear down. It causes a rapid, massive spike in blood pressure inside your chest and head. Imagine kinking a garden hose. The pressure builds up dangerously behind the kink. That's what's happening inside your body. This momentary, sky-high pressure can be enough to rupture a weakened blood vessel in the brain. It puts an enormous, sudden strain on the heart, which can also trigger arrhythmias. It's a shock to the system that your body simply isn't prepared to handle. The doctor's prescription? How to fix it? The motto here is progression, not perfection. Start low and go slow. Whatever activity you choose, begin at the easiest possible level. If it's weightlifting, start with very light weights, or even no weights at all, to perfect your form. If it's walking, start with a comfortable pace before you think about speed walking or jogging. Master form first, then add intensity. Good form is your best protection against injury and undue strain. For weight training, it might be worth investing in 1 or 2 sessions with a qualified personal trainer who has experience with older adults. They can teach you proper form and, most importantly, proper breathing techniques, i.e., exhale on exertion, never hold your breath. The 10% rule. A good, safe guideline for increasing your workout is to only increase the duration, distance, or intensity by about 10% per week. If you walked for 20 minutes this week, aim for 22 minutes next week. This gives your body time to adapt safely. Control is key. Every movement should be deliberate and controlled. Avoid jerky, explosive movements unless you are very well conditioned and have been cleared by your doctor for that kind of activity. Mistake number 5. Running on empty, not drinking enough water. We live in a chronically dehydrated state. Most of us don't drink enough water on a normal day, let alone on a day when we're exercising and sweating. This is one of the most overlooked but critically important factors in safe exercise. Why this is so dangerous? Your blood is more than 50% water. Think of your blood like a river. When you are well hydrated, your blood is thin and flows easily, like a clear, fast-moving river. Your heart can pump it efficiently through your blood vessels to deliver oxygen everywhere it needs to go. When you are dehydrated, you are literally losing water from your bloodstream. Your blood becomes thicker and more viscous, like sludge or slow-moving mud. This sludgy blood has 2 dangerous consequences. First, your heart has to work much, much harder to pump this thick fluid through your body. This puts extra strain on the heart muscle itself. Second, and more directly related to stroke, thicker blood is more prone to clotting. A blood clot that forms and travels to the brain is the cause of an ischemic stroke, the most common type. Dehydration during exercise is a perfect storm. You're already raising your heart rate and blood pressure, and now you're making your heart work even harder by forcing it to pump sludge, all while increasing your risk of forming a dangerous clot. The doctor's prescription: how to fix it. Make hydration a non-negotiable part of your day. Prehydrate. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Drink a full 8 to 12 ounce glass of water about an hour or two before you plan to exercise. Hydrate during. For workouts lasting more than 30 minutes, you need to be sipping water during the activity. A good rule of thumb is to take a few big sips, about 4 to 6 ounces, every 15 to 20 minutes. Keep a water bottle with you at all times. Rehydrate after. After you finish your cool down, drink another 8 to 12 ounce glass of water to replenish what you lost through sweat. Check your urine. The easiest way to check your hydration status is the color of your urine. It should be a pale, straw-like yellow. If it's dark yellow or amber, you are dehydrated and need to drink more water. Note, some vitamins can make your urine bright yellow, but a dark, concentrated color is a key sign. Mistake number 6, guessing instead of checking, starting a new routine without a doctor's go-ahead. You wouldn't try to fix your home's electrical wiring without an electrician's advice if you weren't an expert. You shouldn't start a new, strenuous exercise program without a doctor's advice, especially if you have certain risk factors. Why this is so dangerous? You may have an underlying health condition that you don't even know about. It could be undiagnosed high blood pressure, a silent heart arrhythmia, or a significant blockage in an artery. Starting an intense new exercise regimen without knowing your baseline health status is a gamble. The new physical stress could expose an underlying problem in the most dramatic and dangerous way possible, by triggering a heart attack or stroke. This isn't about being overly cautious, it's about being profoundly smart and proactive about your health. The doctor's prescription: how to fix it. Think of this as your pre-flight check. Schedule a checkup before starting any new exercise program, especially if you are over the age of 50, have been sedentary for a long time, or have known risk factors like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, a family history of heart disease, or are a smoker. Make an appointment with your doctor. Be honest and specific. Tell your doctor exactly what you plan to do. Don't just say, "I'm going to exercise more." Say, "I want to start walking 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week," or "I'm thinking of joining the water aerobics class at the local senior center." This allows them to give you tailored, specific advice. Ask key questions. Use this appointment to become your own health advocate. Ask questions like, "Are there any types of exercise I should avoid? What heart rate zone should I aim for? What warning signs should I look out for, specific to my health? Based on my current health, is this a safe plan?" Your doctor's goal is not to stop you from exercising. Their goal is to help you find the safest, most effective way to do it. A simple checkup can provide peace of mind and a personalized roadmap to success. Part 2. The right way: how to exercise to protect your heart and brain. Now that we've covered the don'ts, let's focus on the do's. Exercising correctly is a joyful, life-affirming activity that builds health, not risk. 1. Embrace moderate, consistent activity. The sweet spot for cardiovascular health for most people is moderate-intensity exercise. Think of activities like brisk walking, where you can still talk but not sing, swimming or water aerobics, cycling on mostly flat terrain or a stationary bike, doubles tennis, ballroom dancing, yard work like raking leaves or mowing the lawn with a push mower. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity per week. You can break this down however you like. A 30-minute walk, 5 days a week is a fantastic and achievable goal. Consistency is far more important than intensity. 2. Become an expert listener of your own body. Your body has a sophisticated warning system. Your job is to listen to it and respect its signals. Never, ever push through, the following symptoms: pain or pressure in your chest, neck, jaw, or arm. This is the #1 red flag. Stop immediately. Dizziness, lightheadedness, or feeling faint. Shortness of breath that is far beyond what's normal for your level of exertion. A sudden, severe headache. Unusual or severe pain in any joint or muscle. If you experience any of these, stop what you are doing immediately. Sit down and rest. If the symptoms don't go away quickly, or if you have chest pain, you need to call 911. These are not signs of a good workout, they are signs of a serious problem. 3. Incorporate relaxation and deep breathing. Exercise isn't just about raising your heart rate. It can also be about calming your nervous system. Chronic stress is a major contributor to high blood pressure. Activities like yoga, tai chi, and meditation are powerful forms of exercise that are proven to lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and improve circulation. Even taking 5 minutes a day to practice deep belly breathing can have a profound effect. Try this right now. Sit comfortably in a chair. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your belly expand and push your hand out. Try to keep the hand on your chest relatively still. Hold your breath for a moment. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, feeling your belly fall. Repeat this 5 to 10 times. This simple act helps to actively lower your blood pressure in the moment and trains your body to better handle stress. Conclusion: your action plan for a healthier, safer workout. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I want to leave you with a clear, positive message. Exercise is and always will be your friend. The goal of this discussion was to make sure you treat that friend with the respect it deserves. Let's quickly recap the common but dangerous mistakes. Jumping in without a warm-up. Pushing too hard, too often, without adequate rest. Exercising with unchecked, dangerously high blood pressure. Going too fast, too soon with uncontrolled intensity. Forgetting to drink enough water and becoming dehydrated. Starting a new plan without a doctor's safety check. By avoiding these simple mistakes, you transform your workout from a potential risk into a pure, powerful force for good in your life. Here is your call to action. If you haven't recently, schedule a checkup with your doctor. Go in with a plan and ask for their guidance. Commit to a 5 to 10 minute warm-up before every single activity. No exceptions. Listen to your body. Respect its signals for rest and be aware of any warning signs. Keep a water bottle handy and make hydration a priority throughout your day. Focus on consistency over intensity. A pleasant walk 5 times a week is